This segment is part of our Chasing the Dream initiative on poverty and opportunity in America. Tonight, we're profiling an organization playing a part in addressing the city's homeless problem. Miracle Messages was started by our next guest, Kevin Adler, as a way of reconnecting those on the streets with their families. Here's a look at how it all works.
Miracle Messages helps homeless people record short video messages to their long-lost loved ones and then tries to deliver those videos on social media using the help of volunteers.
You know, my kids, I can never find them. They move all the time.
Sure. What would you say to Joseph and Eliza?
Joey, Eliza, listen, I'm sorry I weren't there for you. I did a lot of time in prison. I love you both. Don't forget Dad loves you.
His son Joseph, we're able to find him. He recorded a video back to his dad.
Now that I'm reconnecting with you, I want you in my life somehow. It's not going to be easy. All I'm asking for you to do is give me time and space to sort through it. But I want you in my life. I love you, Dad.
I hear him coming down the hall, yeah.
We made it happen. We made it happen, brother. Oh, I love you, son.
Joining us now to talk about all of that and how it all works, the founder and CEO of Miracle Messages, Kevin Adler. That's a marvelous moment. What was it that initially drew you into this area and made you say, there's something I want to do here?
You know, I had an uncle, Uncle Mark, who had been on and off the streets for 30 years. He suffered from schizophrenia. But, you know, I never saw him as a homeless man. He was just my beloved uncle. And so I just started thinking after he passed away, you know, why is it that, you know, this person that was the life of Thanksgiving and Christmas, such an important part of my family, what about the people who are still on the streets? Are they, you know, just homeless Joe or Jane, or are they somebody? And so I just took a walk down Market Street in San Francisco, asked every homeless person I met if they had any family or friends they'd like to reconnect with. I met a man who hadn't seen his family in 22 years, recorded a short video message, posted the video on social media, and within a few hours found his sister.
That quickly.
And he had been a missing person for 12 years. And so the power of social media for social good is pretty incredible. And I realized that, you know, everyone is somebody. What if we created this entire movement where people around the world repurpose their phones, help their homeless neighbors record messages to their long-lost loved ones and help them reunite. So we've now done this dozens of times, and about 40% of the reunions.
I was going to ask you about what you were finding in terms of successful reconnections.
About 40% of the reunions have led to stable housing or living with family. 90% of the messages that we've delivered have been positively received by the families. And the average time apart is about 20 years. It takes us on average about 3 weeks to reunite a family.
A fascinating testament to the power of social media. Are you finding some common themes in terms of the homeless people and why they are disconnected from their families?
Yeah, it's a great question. So at first, I think you know, myself and my kind of fellow group of volunteers, we all thought that it was going to be mostly technological barriers. So digital literacy, access to the internet, knowledge of how to use Facebook. It has a lot more to do with emotional barriers. Feeling ashamed, feeling like a burden, feeling embarrassed. And so having this kind of intermediary step, a video postcard, you can share with your family, it goes a long way. And you know, from the family's perspective, they kind of assume, well, we're not the missing party. You know, we're here. If the individual wants to reconnect, they can. So there's this interesting double-sided assumption that if the one party wants to connect to the other, they can, and then 20 years pass. You haven't seen your family in a while.
Are you finding many folks that you talk to who are saying, not interested, for whatever reason? Just either they're saying it kindly to you, or they're saying, you know, it less than kindly to you, but basically saying, I'm good, don't need to be connected with anybody.
The individuals on the streets?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if I just walked up to you on the street and said, you have a family or friend you want to reconnect with, would you like to record a video? Probably not the most receptive. So that's why we've partnered with about 80 different homeless service providers around the country. And what they'll do is they'll open up their doors at a meal service, a ministry program, and we'll announce this work to all the folks who are there, all the guests. Anyone who's interested then can come ask us questions.
So it gives you kind of legitimacy?
Yeah, and then they'll also refer their clients to us directly. So we partner with nonprofits in that way. And we still do street outreach, but it can be a little bit of a delicate thing. You have to build a lot of trust. It takes a lot of courage to record a message to a family member from a relative stranger. So
There's so many organizations and entities out there that are trying to do, and you are doing very good work with regard to the homeless. This seems like such a logical thing to do, but
Yeah.
we apparently haven't seen it before. What do you think?
I think there is a bit of something that we could call the homelessness industrial complex.
What do you mean by that?
Well, a lot of larger homeless service providers sometimes get into the business of providing their services.
So if they don't have homeless people to provide services to, they're out of business.
Yeah, I don't want to make a kind of direct attack or anything on any organization because we have a lot of incredible partners. But if it's not in their funding buckets to focus on family reunification, or it takes lots of legwork to try to locate the family, help the person get to a place where they're ready to reconnect, maybe that's not their priority. And everyone has their own focus. That's why I think Miracle Messages partners so well with so many of these organizations, because we can bring in our volunteers, people everywhere with smartphones. They go in, they can record the messages, and then we have a network of about 1,400 volunteer detectives who go online, do all the detective search, reach out to the families. So we're happy to work with them and do this for them.
Last question for you.
Yeah.
Is there anything different about the homeless environment or what you're encountering on the streets in New York City different from what you saw in San Francisco?
If you're on the streets through the entire year, you'd probably die. We're not quite in the worst of it yet, winter, but it's just you wouldn't survive. So there's more of an invisibility. The population is much larger here than in San Francisco. But I came here as part of this TED residency program to launch a Miracle Messages chapter in the city in the U.S. with the largest homeless population, and take this from a project kind of here and there to a movement across the world. Our vision is to reunite 1% of the world's homeless population by 2021. And we just created online fundraising campaign at give.miraclemessages.org.
So
help out.
viewers who are watching who say this is a marvelous program, I wish I could help, how could I do that? What's the answer?
Yep, so they can go to our website, miraclemessages.org. As I was mentioning, the fundraising campaign, give.miraclemessages.org, and we are creating a New York chapter for Miracle Messages. So would love to have all your audience join us.
We're going to make sure that we'll have a connection.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Kevin, great work. It's a delight to meet you. Hope we get you back again and you can update us on the progress.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you again.
Yeah, looking forward to that.